Alright, everybody, so this was a bit coming. I think I might have mentioned it in one of the past several videos before it, but I don't know. We have the Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, or Kaizoku Sentai 10 Gokaiger, Blu-ray with the, Gokai Galleon key, set from Japan. I initially was going to wait and buy this on Took Collectibles, but the Blu-ray went out of print, or at least they don't. Maybe they have to get more. Maybe they'll order more. But they that sold out on Took Collectibles, so I imagine it's starting to slow down in regards to releasing those in Japan. So I hopped on getting this on eBay, which, by the way, search for a good listing on eBay. Don't go with Total Collectibles if you can help it, because that Total Collectibles has, or I guess you can't buy the Blu-ray now. They had the Blu-ray for $150, and they had the DVD for $140. I bought this on eBay. The initial price was $120, then almost $10 was added in shipping, and I think tax. So yeah, I saved $20 or $10 to $20 just by doing that. And you might be able to find somewhat cheaper listings, but I wouldn't presume to find cheaper listings than that. I think that was the cheapest I found, or one of the cheapest. So yeah, so look on eBay if you're planning on getting this. And I got the Blu-ray because Japan is Region A, as is North America. So, yeah, even though I won't be able to necessarily understand what's being said in the film, at the very least I'll be able to watch it if I want to watch the Blu-ray. I'll probably download a fan sub at some point of the movie. But, yeah, but basically, yeah, so this was the 10th anniversary film for Gokaiger that came out last year, and started off the wave of the memorial stuff that we've been getting in the toy line, as well as some of the additional stuff that is planned to come out later this year, as well as I assume next year. So, yeah. And I'm not necessarily surprised that they would do a 10 years later movie for this one. They've been doing 10 years later movies for the last almost 10 years, actually, weirdly enough, with the more popular of the Sentai series. Like, they did one for Hurricaneger, I believe they did one for Deca Ranger. I don't remember if they've done any others for 10 years later movies, but yeah, and then the latest one is Tengo Kaiger. So, yeah. So we basically just have this in this big package, which I just assume in Japan you can just either buy the movie by itself, or you can buy it in this big pack with the extra stuff. So yeah, I don't necessarily know what it's saying here in Japanese and everything. This does look like it's on the back. Oh, there is video information on the bottom here. There's a 60x9 1080p HD, color, 61 minutes. So it just stretches to a little bit over an hour. I assume this was probably a double build movie with another Toei movie. Maybe a Kamen Rider movie. This looks like the price, but I don't read Japanese, so I can't tell you guys what any of this says. So yeah, ABC, I think that's the video codec that they use for these, but I could be wrong. But yeah, we just basically have that. And then we have the side here with, I think, the name of the movie in Japanese and other stuff as well. And then in the middle here is a big booklet, which if you've seen other unboxings of this, you'll know what that is. That is to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Gokaiger, as well as the release of the film on Blu-ray. I believe it also comes with the DVD set, or the DVD version of this as well. And then a thing for the Gokai Galleon key, which This thing is really stupid, but that's why I love it. So yeah, which works in the Memorial Mobirates and does not work in the original. I'm not going to test that, but basically what happens is when you insert it into the original Mobirates or the Legend Mobirates, it just makes that cling sound, it doesn't even make really any proper sounds in those versions of the Mobirates because they weren't programmed to take it. It doesn't even say special ranger key. It's just weird. But the Memorial Mobirates were made with this in mind because they were making both at roughly the same time. So, yeah. But you got the side here, you got Gokai Red right there, the name of the film, the Gokai Galleon key, the Super Sentai 45th anniversary logo, V Cinema, and everything. So yeah, basically V Cinema just means that it's like a shorter movie that doesn't necessarily reach an hour and a half long. Basically feature length. That sometimes they will be double or even sometimes triple billed depending on how long the movies are, with some other movies made by the same company, and basically kind of like a matinee kind of thing. So yeah, like one of the Gokaiger movies, the middle one that was 20 minutes long, or a little bit over 20 minutes long, it was triple billed with a Kamen Rider movie and another Tokusatsu movie that I can't remember the name of for the life of me, but yeah, back in 2011. So you have stuff like that. Then there's also stuff like Toei's been doing this for a while, and I think other movie studios as well have been doing this for a while for anime films, and other films as well, also live action films, I assume. Back in the 90s, the reason why most Dragon Ball Z movies are 45 to 50 minutes is because of the fact that they were double billed with anime movies from other franchises that Toei was producing at the time. So, yeah. So we have the other side right here. It was really cool pose for Gokai Red right there, which is really nice. Again, the 10 Gokaiger logo right there. And then on the bottom, you got another picture of Gokai Red, which I think... No. Interesting. But you have that right there. Then we have the other side, which shows off the Gokai Galleon key, both folded up and folded out. And then you have the 10 Gokaiger logo again, the 45 Super Sentai logo, V Cinema, and all 6 of the Gokaigers posing right here, which I believe was on the theatrical poster for this movie, or one of the theatrical posters. So, yeah. But it just looks really cool. So, yeah. So, one of the cool things that they did right here is I already opened this a little bit ago, or earlier today. So it's not exactly unopened, but I kept it all in this bag. But basically, they have this, they just have it in this bag, and it's not, like, glued on or anything, it just has an adhesive, which is pretty nice that they did that. So, yeah, so if you want to keep it in the bag, there you go. So we have the Gokai Galleon key. I assume also this is probably... I don't know if that's made separate or not. So yeah. So we have the movie Blu-ray, which there are no subtitles, unfortunately. I don't even think subtitles in Japanese, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just to show this off really quick. Only Gokaiger like anything that I've gotten. It's funny, if Hasbro hadn't stopped Shout Factory from releasing Sentai DVDs after Hurricaneger was released, I think that was back in 2018, we'd be up to Gokaiger right now. Like, if you do the math, if they still kept on the 3 to 4 series a year, they were at the 26th season, so they would just need to release 9 more. We'd be at Gokaiger already, because that's actually over 3 years since they released, or almost 3 years since they released Hurricaneger. We'd either have Gokaiger or it would be available for pre-order right now. it frustrates me to no end, and it would have been just in time for the 10th anniversary of Gokaiger. It frustrates me to no end. But whatever. Hasbro and they make no sense to me sometimes. Granted, Toei makes less sense to me, but I just want Super Sentai on DVD over here, or even Blu-ray, if possible. Subtitled, officially. I want to spend my money on this shit. So I don't have to pirate it. But anyways, yeah. Although, I guess it kind of goes with Gokaiger's whole theme. Yeah, so you have the front right here, with all 6 of the Gokaigers right there. I think that's the Gokai Galleon in the background. You have the space background, which is all nice. You have them in their Ranger suits right there. The Tango Kaiser logo, 45V Cinema. Toy Video, sale only. I have no idea why they put that there. Of course you're going to sell this. It's not a bootleg. Blu-ray disc. The side right here, with all the Gokaigers again in their suits. The Tengo Kaiser logo again, and the Toei logo. And then the back. Just all this description in Japanese. You got some screenshots from the movie, which is also really nice. I think this is all stuff from other posters, or possibly just photoshopped stuff out of the movie right there. Haven't seen the movie yet, so yeah. Then you got all the video information right there. And I've already went over some of it, but I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what it says. So then we have the disc right here. It's just a normal Blu-ray case, although I've never seen this before. The middle of the Blu-ray disc holder right here is a 6-sided star. That's funny. And then we have some inserts, I guess, for like... I don't know what the hell any of this is supposed to be. It's interesting that they use so much English. You wouldn't think that they would. Toei DVD and Blu-ray 2022 1-3. 1-3. This looks like a warning for what to and not to do, or what not to do with Blu-ray. Because it has that, I guess, don't put your fingers on the underside and don't scratch the underside or mark it anyway, so it'll play. So we have this little booklet, which I guess is just more information on Toei stuff, which is interesting. I think that's a Kamen Rider thing. Looks like a Kamen Rider thing. Yeah, most of this stuff just looks like Kamen Rider stuff, because there's Kamen Rider O's right there. I think this is for Kamen Rider Saber, judging by the logo. I've seen the Saber logo before. I'm just not too huge on Kamen Rider, so I don't know much about Kamen Rider either way. And then this stuff isn't Kamen Rider, I think. This is other stuff that Toei's producing. Oh. Sentai DVD sets. So there's Time Ranger, there's Car Ranger, Sun Vulcan. I guess these are either new DVD sets or they're reprints of the older ones. I would have. So they already have Time Ranger DVDs over there. In fact, that's one. In fact, the masters that Shout Factory used for their DVDs are the same as Toei's, just converted to NTSC. And the Time Ranger ones are terrible, like the masters for it. They look like really bad VHS rips from someone who taped it off of when it was airing in 2000 on TV. So, yeah, I would think that Toei would want to redo the masters at the very least for that and actually scan in the original film. Because before they went HD, I believe, or even widescreen possibly, they filmed Super Sentai on film. So even if they don't like up-res it or anything or redo any of the special effects, they really should just scan in the film if they have a finished film copy of the episodes, and just put that back, or put that out again. But yeah, it's rather shocking how poor of quality Time Ranger has been preserved on DVD, considering Time Force is in better quality, even for the Sentai footage, and even the seasons before Time Ranger have better preserved masters for the DVDs than Time Ranger does. It's really weird. I'm pretty sure Time Ranger is one of the more loved Sentais, right? It's really weird. Yeah. So now we have, I guess, a Tengo Kaiger Next booklet, I guess, with the 45th anniversary logo right there. All 6 of the Gokaigers right there from when they shot the movie, and everything. And I wanted to get it for this because I saw Tokutopics and Heroes of Fandom's videos on this, and I just immediately was just like, holy shit, there's a booklet that this comes with. And this is actually pretty big. It's like as big as some of the comic book like books that I have. So yeah. So on the side right here, Kaizoku Sentai, and then I think that says Tengo Kaiger right there. Visa Next right there. And then you have the back, but again, the 6 Gokaigers right there. The Gokai Galleon key in the Mobirates. All 6 of the Gokaigers Ranger keys. The Gokaigers in their Ranger forms. And then what is that? It's just a poster, I think, for the rest of the Super Sentai. Though maybe it kind of looks like something for the 199 Great Hero Battle movie. Like an alternate version of the poster for that. But I can't read Japanese, so I don't know. But I mainly bought this, even though I can't read Japanese. I just love the pictures within it and just how well produced this is. I'm a sucker for a good, like, art book. So, yeah, so we have all 6 of the Gokaigers right there from the movie. Everything. We have their suit forms. We have the 6 Ranger keys right there. Something in Japanese that I can't read. It looks like a gem, but I haven't seen the movie, so I could be wrong. And we have, I guess, pictures of scenes from the movie with, I guess, descriptions. Aka Ninja with the White Kaku Ranger. I don't know. Okay, so that says story guide, so I guess what's written in Japanese is just describing either the plot or the setup of the movie. Oh yeah, pretty much the whole setup for the movie is that they go to this, if I'm getting it right, they go to this like battle arena where they fight Ranger Key clones. And that's why they're fighting the different Ranger suits. Gokaiger has now 3 different variants of Ranger Key clones. The first was Bosco, then it was with his like trumpet, and then Black Cross King, and now this bullshit. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and in this movie, they use the post-Gokaiger teams as well, which is part of why they produce the keys. Oh yeah, and this character, minor spoilers for the movie, I guess. He's played by a different actor, but he's supposed to be the same character from episode 2, I believe, of Gokaiger, where you have a character of this teenage kid who wants to fight the Zanyak, and Marvelous lets him use his Mobirates, and the kid uses the Shinken Red key, and actually holds his own okay against the foot soldiers, but when it came to the action commander of the episode, he got his ass kicked, and then Marvelous just told him, hey, you need a lot of practice, or you need to be, you have to have something to be able to do this. Not just anyone can do this, basically, was the lesson there. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, so then there's a scene where Doc and Luca switch Ranger keys, and as a result, their Ranger forms get gender flipped. That was something that I was surprised that they didn't do in the episode where they get body swapped, is switch Ranger keys. That would have been cool if they did that in that episode, but I guess Toei didn't want to spend the money to make gender switched versions of the suits. But I'm glad that they did it here. And I think this is a callback to episode 16, where Joe had to have a key in his mouth and transform Doc into that. Huh. This is like the prop that they used for Super Mega Force. Because for Super Mega Force, they used either the original versions or new versions of the Gokaiger props that they made for it. But they had a sticker that looked exactly like this, with the Gokaiger name taken off of it, and the symbols right there taking center place, or is being repositioned. And it's on the Super Mega Force Morpher toy as well. So that's actually interesting that they chose to replace the sticker, because unless if I'm misremembering, in the Gokaiger show, as well as the movies that feature the Gokaigers after the show ended, the Mobirates still have the Gokaiger name on it in English, so I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember. I could be wrong. But yeah, so here we go with full team pose of the Gokaigers, then them taking out the Ranger keys and everything, and then Gokai changing and everything. This just looks so cool. This like high quality, like high gloss, like print of all of these things. So yeah, I love that. I love that. There's an update with the black version of his coat. I honestly I love the episode where Doc, it's a character focused episode for him, and he makes a green version of Marvelous's jacket towards the end of the second part of that two-parter. I love that much. That was such a good character moment for him, and it's just so badass to have that. But yeah, so we got Marvelous again, and then we got pictures of him from the series to, I guess, show his transformation as well as from the movie. And we have this in English, which is just so cool. So we have Joe right here. He's got a nice black leather jacket as opposed to his regular blue one. So, yeah. He's facing off against Gokaiger. Luca, which her actress is actually an idol, I think, just a singer in Japan. She's part of I think a girl group, but I could be wrong. But yeah, she was also in the Digimon Tri and the film that came after that, the Digimon Tri films and the one that came after that. So, I like that they included just a general pose for when she's in the Gokai green suit. We got Doc. Oh, and I didn't point this out, they have the actor's signatures printed right there as well, which is nice. Don Dogoyer. They have him in the Gokai yellow suit. And then I am. Which actually, did they sign their names in English and Japanese? That's interesting. They learn how to sign their names in English with the Roman alphabet. That's interesting. This is actually really cool. I am Dave Famil. And we have Guy. It's actually interesting the way that he signs his name. It's just up and down as opposed to left and right. But yeah. Guy Ikari Gokai Silver. So, yeah. Then I guess we get more shots of the film as well as the Gokai counting key. I guess they had to include this to explain how piece of mythology works. And here we go for the start of the 11 post Gokaiger Red Ranger keys. Most of which I think they use in the film, but then otherwise are just toy exclusive. So yeah, I actually just really do need to watch this movie now. We got Navi right there. And then gender flipped Lupin Red with Pato Red. So we have the rest of the Red Ranger keys from post Gokaiger, as well as the Kirame Silver Key, which, as we've seen, recently got announced with the Suiker set. People will say Tweaker, but it's Suiker because I think it's a pun on something for like Kaiser. And we have a lot of the keys from the first, I think, 34 teams at the very least. I am not going to be surprised if, and then also the Red Rangers from post Gokaiger. I would not be surprised if Bandai Japan is going to release Ranger keys in the deluxe format, the new deluxe format that they're doing for the toy line. It would just make sense, and it would be very interesting to see if they do it. Especially for the post Gokaiger teams, because those are the only keys that we don't have because they don't exist yet. Yeah. So you just see these. And some of the secondary characters in the movie, which they explain this. It's interesting because it's not the same actor. It's not the same actor, and you can tell. But granted, it's also supposed to be 10 years, so it's like at the same time they couldn't get the original person back, so they got a new one. They got a new guy. So yeah, and then we end that. It advertises the DVDs and Blu-rays for Gokaiger. If I ever go to Japan, I actually would like to get these, even though there's no subtitles and I don't speak Japanese. But yeah, I think they have like 10 episodes per thing, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Maybe only 5, I don't know. And then there's a thing for stickers if you actually want to take these off and put them on a sticker sheet or something. I don't think I'll do that. But yeah, and then we get character arts stuff, equipment files. Which you can just tell that these are the sketches that they made like over 10 years ago for the actual series and everything. So, yeah, for the toys and everything, as well as the other stuff. It's actually a really well done. Like, they have good coloring to them for the most part, except for the back shots. Yeah, and then a summarization of all the crossover stuff that they've done in movie form and TV form for Zyuohger, and this like 4-part TV special. So yeah, we have the Gokaiger movies from 199 Great Hero Battle. I think this was when Guy joined the team. No, this is the second movie. And then Gokaiger versus Gavon. And then Superhero Taisen Z. I think the first Superhero Taisen as well. Zyuohger. So I have seen most of these. I've seen up to the Zyuohger crossover. And then the recent 4-part special that had Marvelous and Luca back. And more stuff from this movie. Okay, and this is written this way. Honestly, just really cool how well they treat these. And then stuff for the stunt team and some of the other people that worked on these movies. These guys put I have a good amount of respect for stunt people when it comes to movies like this and stuff like this. They put in a lot of effort, and it really pays off. So yeah, I especially respect like the suit actors who do the Gokaigers, because they put as much personality into doing the body acting as the actors do in the regular acting. So yeah, to make sure it meshes pretty well. So yeah. So we just have this that just take off. And then we have this, as I said, I did not, I didn't open the box or the thing past undoing the adhesive, so yeah. But just to show this box off real quick, we got this. It just shows off the Gokai Galleon key, putting it in the Memorial Mobirates logo for, I think, 10 Gokaiger. On the side right here with the armor on the cap on Gokai Red. Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. We got Gokai Red right there. And then we got it folded out. It's really bad, or it's really sad how badly the team behind Super Mega Force really, really botched the potential that they had. Because they could eat. Hasbro could now be, like cashing in on this stuff that Toei's producing for Gokaiger by adapting it into Power Rangers, or just doing their own stuff. But yeah, they could easily have just done an adaptation like they did for Samurai for Gokaiger, and it would have still been okay. I feel, even if the acting wouldn't have been great, even if maybe things would have been a little rushed. If they took the time to actually properly adapt Gokaiger and then also account for the stuff that's just Sentai exclusive and actually spend a little bit of money in the proper places, they easily could have done that, and that's why I have a Fix series. But anyways, so you have instructions on how to use this thing with the diagrams and just what it does. So, yeah, you have that shit all in Japanese. But yeah, I hate Super Mega Force just so much. It squandered all of its potential because it had a great Sentai series to work with. I'm just talking about Super Mega Force, I'm not talking about regular Mega Force. It had so much potential to work with, and I was so disappointed. Every episode I was disappointed. Just like, I didn't expect it to be 100% a carbon copy of Gokaiger. I just expected it to be doing its own thing while adapting Gokaiger. And it's just disappointed even on that front. So yeah, so here's the Gokai Galleon key in its folded out mode, which it just comes in. And just like the Mobirates, you fold it, or the top of the Mobirates, it folds in and out. So yeah. Then it has this little pull tab so it doesn't waste power while in there. So yeah. It's actually funny because this doesn't have an on-off switch, so that's the only time you'll ever hear that. If you have one of these things in person. So yeah. So there's a little button right here that has a key symbol on it. There's a similar panel right here, but it doesn't have the key symbol on it. You just push that in, and the key folds out. So yeah. But basically, this is just a miniature version, not too detailed, but it doesn't have to be, of the Gokai Galleon prop and the toy. So yeah. So basically, you pull that out. It kind of has a Ranger key number with 064R or something. So yeah, basically, use it in the Mobirates, the Memorial version. Gokai Cross. Not a good time for the fact that none of the Mobirates I've had really have the keys 100% like in line with where they should be, like straight up, or just, yeah. And I feel like I might break it, but as you can kind of see, it's a little bit askew. But yeah. So then after you have it in there, you turn the key, So yeah, it says Gokaiger makes those sounds and it says congratulations. Although it just sounds like the guy saying congratulations because he doesn't put the S on it, but whatever. Dude's Japanese, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, then there's extra sounds. So yeah, just sounds from the movie, I believe. So yeah, it's similar to how the toys also had those sounds for the final wave and everything. So yeah. So yeah, just like the Memorial Mobirates, you get phrases from the Gokaiger cast in this as well, but it's easier to access than how you do it in the Memorial Mobirates. And it includes sounds from Guy, although the Memorial Mobirates do anyways. I think the Memorial Gokai Cellular will have more stuff from Guy and programmed into it. So yeah, I was just resetting it right there. So yeah, and then that's how it looks when it's in the Memorial Mobirates, and it actually looks pretty cool. So yeah, I was initially going to wait to get this, but after I saw that it's, I guess, going out of print, I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I decided to jump on getting it before it was too late, and this thing would shoot up in price because it would be going out of print if it is. But, yeah. So, basically, if you're planning on picking this up, pick it up either right now or in the near future before that shit happens. But, yeah, whether you're just picking up the key or if you're picking up the whole set, it's honestly pretty worth it, in my opinion, if you're a Gokaiger fan. So, yeah, if you're from Japan, you probably already have it, and if you're a big fan, you probably already have it. So, yeah, I decided to get it because I also just wanted it for the Memorial stuff. So, yeah. So, there's really not much else to say, so links in the description to all my shit. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.